Welcome to Through the Lens of Astrology. I'm your host, Heather Arielle, and this show is all about how astrology illuminates the path to take, whether globally when big events happen or on a more personal level when big events happen in our own lives. Astrology illuminates the path. So today we are going to bring in the energies of the new moon in Capricorn that was at midnight, January 13th. We're going to bring in those energies with and do our monthly unique new moon oracle card spread that we always do. But before we get to that, I want to bring in the charts of the storming of the Congress, because boy, did we have a huge event in this country last week. So January 6th, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And remember, anytime an event takes place, if we build a chart for the moment that it begins, uh, that tells us a lot about that event. So anything that has a beginning has a chart. You and I have our personal natal charts that the moment that we take our breath creates a chart, and then global events do. So we're going to talk about this. Um, we're going to talk about this we're going to talk about this event by looking at the charts. Now, if you want to see the charts I created, you can go to my Instagram, House of Astrology, and also my Facebook page, Through the Lens of Astrology Facebook chat group. And I'm going to be uploading the charts that I'm using there. Okay, now you've heard me talk a lot about the US chart. I use the Sibley version, and not everybody uses that. But so you need to know what I use. The chart I use has a 12-degree Sagittarius ascendant for the United States of America. Now, so the storming of Congress, all right, 2:45 p.m. January 6th. Three things really jump out about this about the chart that it's going to be a great teaching tool also about astrology. And that's another reason I really wanted to bring it in. I've talked so much about the importance of Mars. Every time Mars changes signs, I'm always saying, okay, where is Mars in your chart? I help you. I take Mars through the houses. I help you find out what house is being activated, because Mars makes things happen. Okay. It cannot be ignored. So that's why I always say, know what house it's in your natal chart, because it will not be ignored. It will make things happen. And then when we connect to our Mars energy in positive ways, we can make really positive things happen. But it is action and it is warrior energy. It is assertive or aggressive, or when afflicted, it can be passive aggressive. So Mars in Aries was in Aries from late June till it changed the day of the storming of Congress. But this is what's so important about this. At the moment of the event, at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Mars was at 29 degrees Aries, 57 minutes. It actually changed signs that day by 5:27 p.m. by 5:27 p.m. Eastern Time. So within just a few hours, it was in the last few hours of Aries when this event took place. That is significant for a couple of reasons. One, I talked about when Mars was in Aries for so long and it's really warrior energy. We had the retrograde. So energy was building and building. But it's really important to be present with our energy during transitions, when energy transitions from one sign to another. When energy first goes into a sign, it's a little bit easier for us to embrace the imbalance qualities. Right before it leaves a sign, it's easier for us to get out of balance with it. And that's when all of those, I talk about, are we in or out of balance? And it's just all of those out of balance Aries qualities of the impatience, the impulsivity, the rashness. It's warrior energy, Aries. Okay. So it really is not surprising that it exploded just within a couple of hours before it was able to transition into Taurus. So, one, we learn when energy is transitioning, we need to be extra present with it and really be conscious to say, I'm going to make an effort to be in balance with that sign because it's so much easier to get out of balance with it. Two, you never want that energy in an electional chart or an event chart because it means the moon, it won't complete. Okay, so the moon was 22 degrees Libra at the time of the event. Now, the moon was still in Libra when Mars changed into Taurus. So now, ultimately, that was a good thing with this because if that had completed, it would have been the final aspect. And the final aspect is very significant in an event chart because it tells us, well, how is this really going to end? And yes, it's terrible. People died. It's a terrible thing, but it could have been a lot worse because the moon actually did not get to oppose Mars. And the final aspect, actually, even though it squared Mercury, was a sextile to Venus. So the moon in the sky um, the moon in the sky was sextiling Venus that day. And it was the final aspect. And so that, and Venus is, think about what Venus rules: grace, elegance, diplomacy, civility, equality. It's connected to Libra. So ultimately, civility, all of that was restored, and it was, and so that was the ultimate. It was restored, but it shows. But you can look at the transitioning energy. So it's a great example. Be present of transitioning energy, and that if it's transitioning and it doesn't complete something, then it's not ultimately going to come to total fruition. So that was one really important point about this. Now, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Mars and Taurus. I touched on it last week about how to be in balance with it. So we're going to talk about the Mars-Uranus energy of Taurus because that is pretty serious and explosive energy. But before that, you've heard me talk about Pluto opposing Mercury in the chart of the US. So Pluto in the sky as a transit is opposing the Mercury in the US chart, and how that's major transformational energy, very, very, serious. I've been talking about that a lot. The US will have its Plutonian return and not till 2022. But what is significant is that, and you can use this in your own natal chart, when you have an outer planet make a strong aspect, a hard aspect, conjunction, square, opposition to a personal planet. So in the US, so Pluto is opposing the Mercury, an outer planet is opposing a personal planet in the US chart. Now, the day of this incident, Mercury in the sky was 27 degrees Capricorn, 15 minutes. And the Pluto in the natal chart of the US is 27 degrees Capricorn. So Mercury in the sky was conjuncting Pluto. So there was a reversal. And so we always want to pay attention. So just to be clear, because this part's a little complicated, but if you can grasp it, you will learn so much about transits and how to use transits for predictions, to really say, let's focus energy there. So Pluto opposing Mercury is a long-term transit. Pluto takes a long time. So you can have 6 months, a year, and that's really hard to say, oh, do I stay on edge for a year? When is this transit going to manifest? It's manifesting during the whole time. However, periods of intense focus where you really want to be hyper vigilant is when you have the reversal. So the reversal, Mercury going over Pluto, meant it's going to reinforce the Pluto opposition. Okay, so it just means that's a time to really focus. And always keep in mind, astrology is symbolic. It is not specific. So we want to look at the symbolism of saying, oh, there's major transformation there. Something's going to happen. And with everything else, we knew it was going to be some stressful opposition, Mars, the energy, the warrior energy. And there's some other things in the chart that show that. But it means we want to be present with that energy because it's saying that transit is going to be activated by the reversal. Okay. Now, the other thing to keep in mind, ascendants are so important. They are the health of the body. So your natal ascendant, which is the first degree of your house. So if you're rising, so the US has a natal ascendant of Sagittarius. So that's Sagittarius rising. The ascendant is 12 degrees Sagittarius. And the chart at 2:45 p.m. had a Gemini ascendant and a 16-degree Gemini ascendant. So that was, they were really pretty much opposing ascendants. And anytime, now, even though the seventh house, one-on-one relationships, and this includes a marriage, so this can include wonderful partnerships. The seventh house is also the house of open enemies. And so when you have energy opposing your ascendant, it can be a little dangerous. It's like it can be a threat. It can be an opposition. And there was certainly an opposition to the health of the U.S. With this event. So those are three things to be looking at. That when we look at this, it really does illuminate the path, and it says, okay, this is really we can tell so much by looking at these charts. Now, I want to now say a little bit about Mars and Taurus, because so that was right before Mars entered Taurus. Now, Taurus is stable energy. It's stamina. It's the earth. It's much, much slower energy than Aries. Okay, so Mars and Taurus is going to be there for a couple of months, and it is going to give us some gifts. But I want to point out, because Mars in Taurus is going to conjunct Uranus in Taurus, all right? That is incredibly explosive energy. And I talked about this a couple months ago during one of my Astro Nows with Tom Gualtieri. But so I don't want to totally repeat myself, but I do want to say a couple of things. Because of this event, I think it's important that we stay really present with the Mars energy. So as Mars approaches Taurus, as Mars approaches Uranus, and it's applying a conjunction, all right? That energy is escalating. So that means we've not seen the end of this. There are going to be more protests. There's going to be more violence. And we really need to get to January 24th. We need to get to the tail end of January. We need to get to when Mars passes the conjunction, okay? Then we can start to take advantage of the stability and the solid qualities of Taurus and the connection to value. See, Mars in Taurus helps us take actions that are in alignment with our values. And when it gets away from the wild, unexpected, explosive energy of Uranus, then it's going to be easier for all of us to be in balance with that energy. Because then we can be the bull, we can really we can be grounded, we can slow down, and we become a little more thoughtful when we become slower, right? Connecting to our values, and then moving ahead, building a stable and solid foundation, and not too fast, because Aries makes us go too fast sometimes. So that's what's coming. But I wanted to talk about this just because it is very, very explosive energy, and we already had a major event at that transition. But because Mars is applying to Uranus, we're going to have that conjunction really until the end of January. I'm asking for a call of action, but it's a very specific call of action. I'm really asking for a call for meditation. And that's why I'm making this, that's why I'm really, what this show is all about, this episode is all about, why I'm making this video. Because we have to remember that thoughts are things. And last week on the show, I did a 12-month spread to bring in some uber, macro, inspirational messages for the group. And so for January, how relevant, we got air and we got 12th house. And air is all about ideas and thoughts. And so it's more important than ever that we remember thoughts are things. So I don't want people to have fear. I don't want, everybody to be worried. But when we get angry or fearful or worried, all that manifests, okay? And Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius in air signs. Air is elevated, okay? It gives power to air. So it's more important than ever that we connect to our most loving humanitarian thoughts. And that thoughts are things what we think is going to manifest. So let's meditate. Because when we meditate, we create beautiful alpha waves. I don't know, other waves, but we create alpha waves, which is a very special wave that heals. It puts healing, unifying energy. And that's power. So I want everybody listening to know that you are so powerful right now. You're so powerful. Okay. You may feel not so powerful, that you are powerful. And remember, everybody listening, we're a group, okay? And you're giving energy to this group. And the group's energy is growing exponentially. So that's why let us all, whatever meditation you do, I do TM, but whatever meditation you do, this is a call to action. Connect to your spiritual routine now. Recommit to it if you haven't been doing it as much. Commit to it. Do it as much as you possibly can through January. Okay. Those are the specific messages that came in for the group. Air and 12th house. 12th house is meditation, transcendence. Air is thoughts. When you combine transcendent thoughts, you get meditation. Okay. You can also spend time in nature and ground yourself because there's so much earth. That will help you. If you spend time in nature and do grounding work right now, that will help connect you to the imbalanced qualities of Mars and Taurus. And we also have the beautiful Capricorn sun, and we got a new moon in Capricorn. There's a lot of earth, and we need that grounding. Uranus is electricity. Uranus is a bolt of lightning, and it is unsettling. It is unexpected. And so since Mars is approaching that unstable energy, let's ground ourselves. So either meditate or just spend time in nature, okay? Do connect to your spiritual routine. This will be a very powerful tool that we can all do. And then as a group, we will be putting out beautiful, loving, unifying thoughts that will really help that will help everyone, connect to the imbalanced qualities of the energy that's going on. And the imbalanced qualities of Mars and Uranus is we can take unique, unexpected actions that are humanitarian, right? That there may be an alternative approach to help others. So you can think about that. Okay, so now, all right, now I do want, so okay, so let's do the beautiful new moon spread. And I will say right before I talk about that, I have a few workshops coming up, and I love teaching so much. These are online Zoom workshops, but I lead them. They're not modules, okay? So I really want to connect with you all. I have really missed doing workshops in person. I've missed those connections. So sign up. I'm really excited. January 17th is going to be a magical moon. If you want to know anything about the moon, your natal moon, the transiting moon, the intuitive moon, take that workshop. Take that workshop. And it's going to help connect you to your intuition. And it really helps strengthen your psychic ability because the moon is full of receptive energies. And we really need that right now. So January 17th, sign up for that. You can go to ariellesastrology.com, ARIELLES. .com, go to the tab that says learn. They're $25 and you get a beautiful workbook to download as part of that, and you get my personal instruction. Then January 24th is unmasking your astro face. And that's a workshop where you're going to learn how to blend your sun's energy with your ascendant energy. And then you also learn how to make a beautiful visual collage of your chart. So that is January 24th. And that one's during a communicative, playful dual Gemini moon. So that's perfect. And the moon one is with a Pisces moon, so sensitive. And then February 6th, during a Mercury retrograde, is my Retrogrades Reimagined workshop. And I'll take you through how all the personal retrogrades for the entire year of 2021 will impact you. So go to ariellesastrology.com, ARIELLES, astrology.com, sign up, go to the tab that says learn. I'm so excited about this. I really want to connect with you. And this is also a way that we can grow our energy as a group. Okay, so let's do the new moon spread. Now, for this spread, this is the one of the only spreads that I created that you really do need you really do need to use my Fundamentals of Astrology Oracle deck, the one I created with artist Tom Cummins. So, all right, it's very simple. I basically separate the cards into 5 categories. One of elements. I've got the elements here. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me show you. Okay, here we go. Here are the elements. All right, and they have the orange borders, and then here are the modalities. They have the dark green borders. Okay, and you have the planets, which have the light blue borders, and you have all of the zodiac signs, which have the purple borders, and then you have the houses with the light green border. So I'm just going to shuffle each deck. And then we're going to pull one card from each pile. Okay, each category. All right. And remember, when we do this for the new moon, we want to bring in the energy of the new moon, which is a new Capricorn moon. Capricorn is the most manifesting energy in the zodiac. Okay, we can make things happen in real and practical, tangible ways right now, especially Mars in Taurus, new moon in Capricorn. We want to embrace the gifts of this energy. So this is going to help us to know if we embrace this energy, that's how we're going to be able to manifest over the next couple of weeks. Because remember, a new moon, between the time between a new and full moon is a very powerful window when whatever we do, okay, grows and blossoms. So that's why it's more important than ever that we want to meditate, we want to connect to our spiritual routine, we want to really honor these messages, because we can really have a profound impact in a really positive way right now that's really needed. Okay, all right. Okay, so, oh my gosh, look at this. All right, air. Okay, the element is air. Now this is really significant because as I've already mentioned in this show, this was the first card of the 12-month spread that we did last week for January. When it said what is the most important energy to bring in January, it was air. And it's reiterating. So see, this is a way when our messages echo, reinforce, and reiterate, it's really important we pay attention. All right. So air. Even though I've said it, we got this. I'm gonna reiterate. Yeah, repeat as I teach my musical. When I teach my songwriting, repetition is for emphasis. Okay. Thoughts, they are things. Okay. We are so powerful with what we think. What we think, it's going to manifest. It manifests. And because of Saturn, Jupiter, and Aquarius, things are manifesting more and more easily when we think them. So let's get really, really present with our thoughts and think about your passions, your hopes. Hold people that you love in your mind, and hold people who you disagree with. Yeah, listen to this. Hold people you disagree with, hold them in your mind as well, and surround them with love. Okay. And this is something because they can make us angry, right? When people do things that we really disagree with. And then we get angry, we get enraged, and we take a warrior stance. Well, one thing I do, anybody who's opposing you, who is an open enemy, or you really feel, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Surround them in a healing, protective bubble of white light, and ask your guides and the universe to say, you know what? I'm giving love to that person, and please help that person to elevate. Please help that person to find balance and to let go of their anger, and help them to elevate to their highest levels of consciousness and love, and help them to feel loved. Help them to feel a part of things. Because a big reason why people lash out is they do not feel a part of things. That's why I said it's so important right now. Find your group and connect in loving ways and open up to feel loved. All right. Boy, is it all about what we are thinking and, of course, what we are saying, because air is communication. So our words can have a big impact right now. So our thoughts have a big impact on our words. Have loving conversations and share your tolerance, your love, share your optimism, share your hope. Okay? That's really, really important right now. Okay, that's air. All right. Now we need a modality. All right, what is the modality that is really going to be our best friend over the next couple of weeks? Okay, modality. Ooh, cardinal. Wow. All right, cardinal. Individual initiative. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It says you're going to make it after all. I love Mary Tyler Moore. I used to watch that show. So, yeah, I took that. Embrace change and new beginnings. It's up to you to manifest your dreams. Boy, is this a call to action. This is beautiful. It's saying we just need to connect to our individual initiative and we can make real positive change happen. Now, air and cardinal, guess what they make? They make Libra energy. Okay. So that also means we want to embrace Libra energy. Libra is all about balancing the scales, equality, justice, assertive diplomacy. And it is an air sign, of course, cardinal air, and air is elevated right now. So we all need to really connect to assertive diplomacy, and we need to connect to fighting for justice and equality, okay? And balancing the scales. Ooh. And it's very empowering. The cardinal energy is very empowering. It's do it yourself energy. It's do it yourself, individual initiative. All right. Okay. Now we're going to find a house. No, I mean, not a house. Sorry. That's the last thing we're going to do. Okay. We're going to find the planet. The planet. Okay. Okay. We're going to find the planet. Okay. Okay, here we are, the planet. Okay, the planet is Mercury. Oh my goodness. All right. The planet is Mercury. That is all about communication, ideas, thinking. This is a very clear message coming in for the next 2 weeks. Your verbal skills are at their peak, so put them to good use. All right. So this is really, really about connecting to our ideas, our thoughts, and communicating our ideas. And Mercury and air, that's also meditation. Okay, these are very clear messages coming in. All right, now let's look for a zodiac sign. Okay, so we're going to pick a zodiac sign. Okay. Woo! Leo. All right, Leo. Now, this is always wonderful to see because Leo, that allows for real creativity and expressiveness. This is self-expression. All right, especially when you combine Mercury, Leo, and air. This is express yourself, and this is connecting to your inner light. And this is also, we don't often talk about the leadership quality because Leo is so fun. It's romantic. It's larger than life. It's self-expressive. It is leadership energy. And I really think this is a very important message. We need to lead right now. If Leo's coming up, we need to connect to our creativity and we need to have hope because Leo's very positive, fiery energy. but we need to be leaders right now. Leo is leadership energy. Okay. And if you know people who resonate to Leo energy, they could be a benefit to you. And it also means if you have Leo energy, share it. Understand that we really need your Leo is the cheerleader in the best sense of the word. There's an enthusiasm that Leos have that other signs just don't have. And when you share it, you inspire others. And we need to be inspired now. Capricorn, I mean, things are serious. Capricorn is very serious energy. So if you have Leo energy, please share your enthusiasm and your creativity and your self-expression with others now. Lead and Leo is also connected. There's a childlike quality, so it's saying, yeah, Capricorn is so adult, so it's also saying let us not become so serious that we become so adult, we become disconnected from our inner child. Okay, Leo and Gemini, that's about connecting to your inner child, and we have to keep our inner fire alive, right? And Leo is fire, so keep, and it's celebratory. So this also means make sure that you celebrate others. This is the pat on the back saying, hey, you're doing a really good job, because we all need that right now. We all need leader. We all need to lead, and we do need to celebrate others, because it is a time of some extreme. Well, you know what? Leo is so dramatic. These are very dramatic events going on. So let's just connect to the inner fire of Leo and make sure that we're celebrating and sharing our enthusiasm and hope and our self expression, because art elevates, as does astrology. Okay, now, okay, so now we're going to pick a house. We're going to pick a house. Okay. Okay, here's a house, the house, the house. Ooh, all right. We got the fifth house. Okay, we got the fifth house. Well, guess what? Leo in the fifth house. They are connected. All right. So if we want to connect to the fifth house, now, yeah, that is the house of romance. So this means for our group, yeah, romantic opportunities, connect to romance. It's the house of creativity, of self-expression, and it is the house of birth. All right. That doesn't have to be a real baby, okay? Anything that you give birth to, a project, a play, a novel, a work of art, a business, a relationship. Okay. So think about what do you want to give birth to? So for us as a group, we have opportunities. We are being encouraged to give birth to new things over the next 2 weeks. All right. So give birth to new relationships, new projects, new businesses, okay, new ways of thinking. And this is extremely creative, self-expressive energy. It says everyone listening to this, I mean, the people who are part of this group, oh my gosh, look at this. This is saying that as a group, boy, do we have a lot to share. There's a lot of creativity in this group. There is a lot of leadership energy in this group. And there's a lot of optimism and enthusiasm. And these are our greatest strengths. Let's embrace all of this energy and share it, because then that's going to inspire others. That's one of the most wonderful things that we can do, right? Inspire someone else, spread hope. Okay, so I think these are very clear messages. I will upload this spread to my Instagram as well as to my Facebook chat group through the lens of astrology. So, and I also put a lot of extra information in my through the lens of astrology group. So if you really want to know even more about, I put a lot there. If you want behind the scenes information, you can go there. Okay, now, all right, so we have a few more minutes, and some of you have requested some personal messages, and I really want to honor those because it means a lot to me. And we haven't done those in a while, actually. Okay, let me just get my list. A lot of you have sent me. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see. I'll just make them. Okay, so the first one is for Kathy. Okay. All right, Kathy. And these messages, they're from my Fundamentals of Astrology Oracle deck that I created with Tom Cummins. And remember, this is a message for you to incorporate and just embrace, and to say this energy is beneficial to you. So you want to embrace it. Okay. I just really want to shuffle it up because it was just separated. I just separated the pile for the new moon spread. So I'm just shuffling a little bit, just a little extra to make sure that everything gets gets shuffled. Okay. All right, Kathy. All right. So the message for Kathy P, I should have said that because sometimes there's, all right, Kathy P, you got Scorpio. All right, Kathy, if you're to embrace Scorpio energy, you want to embrace its healing. You want to be the phoenix. You want to be open to transformation. So if you need physical transformation, know that that's open to you. And it's also very passionate. When you get the Scorpio card, it's saying, if you want to embrace Scorpio energy, then you want to connect to your passions. Yeah. So connect to your passions. Know that deep healing pathways are open to you. Okay. Ooh, there we go. And it's deeply transformational energy. All right. Okay. So that message was for Kathy P. Okay. Now we have Anna Maria. Okay, Anna Maria. Okay. A card almost flew out, but it didn't. If it had, I would have taken it. That would have been your card, but it didn't quite make it out. Okay. Anna Maria. Okay. Anna Maria, here we go. Anna Maria, you got Capricorn. Okay, well, that is, the sun is in Capricorn. This is manifesting. So Capricorn is also serious, it's adult, but it's manifesting. This is saying, Anna Maria, yeah, it's time to, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, you make it, take actionable steps, take real steps now. Okay, maybe you've been thinking about something, or you have felt deeply about something. Capricorn, if you get the Capricorn card, it says it is time to take a step that allows you to manifest in the real world. So you need to be practical. You need to be the mountain goat, and it's like one little hoof at a time. But when you get Capricorn, it's also a little slow energy. So it's saying it's okay. Don't feel, you may feel impatient actually when you get Capricorn. You want something to happen yesterday. Capricorn is saying it's not about that. It's not about speed. Capricorn is about quality, is about creating a really strong foundation. It's the little mountain goat going up the mountain, one little hoof at a time. Okay, so knowing that you'll reach the mountain, you'll reach the top of the mountain. So okay, so that was for Anna Maria. I just want to write this down because then I'm going to try to take pictures of these and also put them up. Okay, so we had Kathy P, we have Scorpio, Anna Maria, we have Capricorn. Okay, now we have, okay, Guillermo. Guillermo, I love that name. I like I studied French and I liked Guillaume, and then Guillermo is the Spanish. I love those. I love Guillaume and Guillermo. Beautiful names. Okay. Guillermo. Okay. Let's get a message for Guillermo. Okay. Oh, we got a lot of, I don't about how well I shuffled these. We're getting we're getting a lot of zodiac signs. Okay. Guillermo, you got Cancer. You got the Cancer card. This is a very sensitive, watery card. This says connect to your feelings and emotions. This is a card about protection, and you got it upright. When you get the Cancer card upright, you're protected. Know that you really are safe and protected. And it's also a card about nurturing. So when you get this, make sure that you're engaging in self-care. Nurture yourself, right? Sometimes with the Cancer card, we're nurturing other people too much. And this card reminds us to really nurture ourselves, right? And also this can mean now, okay, I should have mentioned this. All right, this applies to all three people. So Anna Maria, Guillermo, you all got zodiac sign cards. When you get a zodiac sign card, now if you resonate to this energy, so say Guillermo, if you have a lot of Cancer, Anna Maria, if you have Capricorn in your chart, Kathy P, if you have a Scorpio in your chart, okay, then that really means that's reminding you that that's one of your superpowers, and it's saying really make sure you activate that. Now, if you don't have that energy in your chart, it can say that somebody with that energy can be of benefit to you right now. So think about people you know, and sometimes you only know someone's sun sign, and it could be somebody whose ascendant has that, or somebody who has Mercury, Venus, Mars, right? And then you know, so sometimes that's hard to figure out, but if you can, it can mean somebody who resonates to that energy. It could be of real benefit to you. So you can think about that. Okay. All right. Now, all right, Carolyn. Okay. Carolyn wants a message. Okay. Let's bring a message to inspire Carolyn. Okay. Okay, Carolyn. Oh, Carolyn. Carolyn gets the water card. All right, the water card. This, when you get the water card, connect to your heart center. Open your heart center. This is all about feeling. This is feeling. This is love. This is, look at it. It says, um, well, it's a beautiful image. She's in the water, and it says, your emotions are awakening. Well, the title is I Second That Emotion, which I love that song. Your emotions are awakening. Feel the full force of your compassion and empathy. Boy, don't we need that right now. It's all about compassion and empathy. So this is open your heart center. Allow yourself to feel deeply, Carolyn, and share your feelings. When you get this, it also means share your feelings. You're probably having very big feelings right now. So it's time to share them. Okay. When you get it upright, they're going to be reciprocated. Okay. I'm making a note. Carolyn got the water card. Okay. All right. Kiki is back. Okay. Kiki's gotten, this is, several messages over the course of the show. Okay. So the message for Kiki. Okay. All right. Message for Kiki. Okay. Okay, Kiki, your message is Saturn. All right, Saturn is karmic. Now, I know sometimes people, they only want to hear their message, right? Like, oh, yeah. But I'll tell you, you can learn so much, because if you have this deck at home and you're pulling inspirational messages for yourself, listen to what I say about these messages, because then that will apply, because you may not have pulled Saturn today, but you could pull Saturn tomorrow. So this is a way to really, we learn from each other. And that's the benefit of being part of a group and hearing what the messages that people are getting. All right, when we get the Saturn card, we really want to pay attention to what is going on in our lives, the experiences we're having, what's going on, because it is karmic. And when we have karmic experiences, that also means we can complete karma, because we come in, now every action we take, we're creating new karma. And then we also come into complete karma. Saturn's also kind of serious. So it does say we need to be an adult. And it doesn't mean that you have to suffer. Okay. Sometimes I get people and they're having a major Saturn transit, or they get the Saturn card and they think, and life almost becomes a burden. A relationship becomes a burden. No. Yes, be responsible. But if you need to end something, because Saturn is about elimination, you can end it. It just means end it in a responsible way. Be adult. So this is important. When you get Saturn, be responsible, but don't think you have to put up with burdens, right? Life is full of joy. Your relationships should be full of joy, okay? And your projects and your activities, that's a divine right. We have a divine right to live in a state of joy. So when you get Saturn, you really want to balance to say, okay, I want to be responsible, but I do want to experience those really high levels of joy. Okay. Okay, so let me make a note. Kiki, you got Saturn. Okay. Okay, Melissa. Okay, Melissa. This is a message for Melissa. Okay. Okay, Melissa. Oh, Aries. All right, Melissa, this is a very fast moving card. Aries is all about new beginnings. Actions you take now will yield swift results. Charge ahead with your visionary plans. All right, Melissa, you just got the green light. So, hey, we're between a new and full moon. You go for it, okay? Whatever you're doing, you just go for it and you develop strongly, okay? This is forward momentum. It's the fastest moving energy in the zodiac. So, you're going to be a little speed bunny right now. You just go for it. And also remember now, if you have Aries in your chart, well, that's one of your superpowers. Connect to it. And then think about people you may know who resonate strongly to Aries. They could be of benefit to you. Okay, so I'm so glad I got to pull some messages. We haven't been doing that. We're going to do that more. Sometimes there's just so much astrology to get through, but I always love to give personal messages. And I do want to remind everybody, sign up for those workshops, okay? ariellesastrology.com, Arielles astrology.com. Go to the tab that says learn. January 17th, the magical moon. January 24th, unmasking your astro face. And February 6th, retrogrades reimagined. I'm leading those workshops. So you're going to get the personal Heather Arielle touch. Okay. These are not modules you're going to download. So please sign up because I love teaching. I love that connection. I really do miss traveling. I miss doing these in person, but at least this, we're going to be able to connect through Zoom. So I'm looking forward. And I'm so proud of this group. I think the messages we received today are really powerful. Just to reiterate, air. It's really all about air because that was the element that we received for the new moon spread. It was the number one January message that we received as part of the 12-month spread last week. Thoughts are things. Let's be really present, folks, okay? With what are we thinking? We're not going to think about our fears, our worries. We're not going to get angry. It's not about that. We're going to think about our passions. We're going to connect to our passions. We're going to connect to things we love, right? We're going to hold people in our minds and surround them with love. We're going to meditate. This is about connecting to our spiritual routine. Meditate, meditate, meditate. If you do have anger, and of course, listen, okay, we all get angry. Of course, I get angry. I get out of balance, okay? I'm not trying to pretend that I'm above anybody, all right? But what I do is I have my techniques that I do use, and I meditate. And meditation does unravel anger. It unravels stress. It unravels worry, and it unravels fear. So it's okay to have those. I'm not judging you if you have those and don't feel like, oh, I'm such a failure. I'm just afraid all the time. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is, in times like this, let's connect. Connect to our meditation, connect to our spiritual routine, spend time in nature, do actions to help to ground us, right? And know that every action we take that does that, that helps us to connect to our spiritual routine, helps us to unravel any out of balance feeling that we may be having. So that is my point. So I hold each and every one of you in a beautiful, healing, protective bubble of white light, and I send all of my love out to all of you. And I encourage everyone to do this with everyone you love and with all living things. Surround them in every color of the rainbow, the highest vibration, and they will feel your love and your energy. That's our show. Until next time, enjoy and embrace transformation.